Hello and welcome to this week's BizSmart's Lunch and Learn webinar. Our weekly webinars are aimed to provide advice and share knowledge amongst business owners, and this is part of our service to our Smart Room members. If you're not already a member or a BizSmart client and would like to access our archive of webinars, then please visit our website biz-smart.co.uk and go to the Smart Room page. Our host joining me today is BizSmart Select member Helen Davies. But before we start our webinar, can I ask you all to use the question mark function on your screen to post any questions that you may have for Helen, and she will do her best to answer them all at the end of the session. Thank you, Helen. Over to you.
Thanks, Caroline. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join me this afternoon. What we're going to be discussing is how to measure the success of your social media effort. So we've already, in previous webinars, looked at which channels we use, which are the optimum social media channels, and considering whether you sell B2B or B2C, so business to business or business to consumer. And we also had a look at good content to post and choosing reliable sources to post from. So what we'll actually be looking at today is how to measure the success of your social media effort. So it's a very common thing that when I catch up with people or that have asked for training or they need a bit of marketing guidance, they've often been using social media for quite a while. Social media is it's free and it's accessible and it's quite straightforward to set up your own account and start posting content. And people post content and they post content and they don't really have a plan to start with. So what we're going to have a little look at is how we start thinking about making that plan for ourselves. Okay. So the three areas that we're going to cover are why we're using social media in the first place, how to decide what your social media goal is, and then finally, how to know that it's working for you. So why should I use social media for my business? Well, there's lots and lots of reasons. So I've already mentioned, it's free, it's accessible. As long as you've got internet access, then you can set up your own social media account. There's lots of other benefits, obviously, brand awareness, encouraging traffic to your website, networking, so getting to know other businesses locally, building rapport with your clients, keeping people up to date with information, all of these kind of things. But one of the biggest statistics really is that 89% of UK adults are active internet users. So they've got internet access, either they've got Wi-Fi access at home or they've got access to the internet using their mobile device. But the way that people buy products has changed more in the past 10 years than it has in the past 100 years. So basically now when we come to buy a product, there's lots of competition, we're much more savvy, we don't like being sold to all of the time, we're fed up with advertising and adverts. If we choose to, we can record or download television programs, we don't need to watch adverts anymore, we can skip the ads in the newspapers, all of these kind of things. And even when we're doing searching online, we're aware that there are Google AdWords and things like that are on our search engine pages. So we can turn these off in our browser. There are lots of ways that we've actually changed the way that we buy and the way that companies can market to us. So we've become more discerning buyers. So here are a couple more statistics. So almost 3/4 of today's consumers do most of their research online, and 57% complete their purchases before even speaking to a salesperson, and 84% of business leaders use social media to make their buying decisions, to inform their decisions. So, for example, if you were looking for a new supplier, what you might do is do a Google search, see what your local options are, and then by looking at social media, that insight basically allows you to see what their customer service is like, whether people are reviewing them and giving them positive reviews, whether there are testimonials and case studies. And basically, by having a social media presence that's up to date and takes an interest in what the consumer wants or what the customer wants, means that that company cares about their customer. Okay, so that's why we use social media. But what are we actually trying to achieve? What specifically are we looking at achieving for our individual business? So like I said before, there's lots of different benefits to social media, but some of the main sales and marketing related aims might be that you want to attract more leads, raise your business profile, so raise brand awareness and raise awareness of the things that you sell or the services that you provide, increase web traffic, so get more leads onto your website. So if you're a service, just people finding out about your company. But obviously, if you're an e-commerce site, then driving more traffic to your website is very important. Building an online community. So if you've got a membership type of organization or something like that, you might want to increase engagement there, increasing membership of your organization, sharing information, selling products and services, building your newsletter list, and as I said, demonstrating your product and service. So there's one thing to actually sell your product and service and say what the benefits are, but you could also create a video or something like that to demonstrate how your product or service works and the benefits there. So these are lots of different business aims, and social media will help to fulfill all of these, really, if you did it over time. But what you need to do is actually prioritize and choose a maximum of 3 of these business aims that are priorities for your business at this point in time. So if you do that as an exercise, you can write them down now. So write down 3 of these in order. Okay. So once you've written those down, if you're looking to raise the profile of your business, okay, so raise your business profile, what you might be looking to do is get more shares in social media. So basically, if you're posting information and you're getting shares, you're reaching a wider audience and letting people know about what it is that you do. Obviously, if you're trying to share information and just one person's reading it, that's fine. But if they then share that to their friends and family or their followers, then more people are you're going to reach a wider audience and share that information with a wider audience. If you're looking to attract more leads, you might have a way of capturing leads on your website, so whether that's a contact form or you might have a piece of marketing collateral, for example, a free guide or an ebook or something like that. You can fill in your details, and that would basically that would be an equivalent of a click. So they'd click through on your social media and go through to your website. More website traffic, obviously, again, you're trying to drive people through, so it's the click-through rate from your social media onto your website. Increase in membership, again, you're trying to drive people to a membership page and a sign-up page, so that would be a click. Selling products and services, again, you'd have a landing page set up for each individual product or service, so that would be measurable with a click. Building newsletter list, likewise, that would be a sign-up or a click. Demonstrating products and services, that's clicks or views. So for example, as I said, you might have a video, so you might have a video that's actually uploaded on YouTube, and then you share that via your social media channels, for example, Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, and then you'll be measuring click-throughs to that video or views of that video. And finally, if you're looking to increase engagement and find out what it is that people are interested in and get people talking to one another, what you're probably looking for there is actually comments. You might set up a Facebook page and ask people questions, see what their views are. Even local councils would set up a consultation and do it that way and get people's feedback that way. So those are the basic different. So you get likes, comments, or shares, and it's so with liking. So liking and commenting obviously increases engagement. You're getting people talking about you, but every time people like or share your information, then that's reaching a wider audience. So which social media channels actually help us to achieve these goals. So there are some that are better than others for helping you raise your business profile. So if you're wanting to, say if you're a new business or you've got a new service to promote or something like that, you might be better using, and if you're a business, Twitter and LinkedIn would be a good way to go. Basically, if particularly with Twitter, you might want to have lots of shares, which is on Twitter, that's retweets. And then on LinkedIn, if you're looking to raise your profile with the LinkedIn community, then you'd be looking for people to share your posts or share your articles. If you're looking more for business to consumers and raising your business profile, you might be looking to have more likes on Instagram so that increases the amount of times that your post is seen. So again, Instagram is very popular. It's very quick and easy for people to show their preference for a product or the things that it is that they like just by liking that post. And on Facebook, you can increase awareness of your profile by encouraging people to share that information. So again, sharing information on Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn, depending on whether you're B2C or B2B. Attracting more leads might be clicks to a sign-up form or a webinar or an event. More website traffic is going to be click-throughs. Increasing membership. So you might, in order to raise your profile there, you might be sharing your benefits, selling your products and services. The way that you do that, it's best to explain more about the products or give examples. So things that enable you to actually discuss your product or service would be blogs, or visually would be YouTube and a video. That's very popular. If it's more of a B2C market and you're looking at home decor or something like that, it might be Pinterest. And for Instagram, that's more brands and retail, that's quite visual. And with Instagram, you're looking more at what the personality is behind the product or service that you provide. So it's not so much direct sales, if you like, it's more creating a personality behind your brand. So there's also building your newsletter list. You can share blogs, and then the incentive there is if people like your blogs, they can subscribe to your newsletter list, or you might give free guides away to build up your newsletter subscribers. But with all of whatever social media channel you're using and whatever your goals are, you do need to look at your marketing strategy as a whole. So this is one of the things that I would do, when I meet with a company. We'd look at all the marketing that's in place, anything that you're particularly looking to promote, and so on. And then we'd identify which are the best social media channels for you, and then establish which are the KPIs, if you like, that we would measure on a monthly basis. So just to put that, depends more or less with different social media channels now, like LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook, they've all started to mirror one another. So even the interface is looking very similar. So the LinkedIn and Twitter looks very similar to Facebook, because that's what everybody's got a Facebook account. So they're trying to make that nice and easy to use, and almost mirror that interface, if you like. So likewise, on Facebook, it's likes, comments and shares. So this has been adopted by LinkedIn, and they now say likes, comments and shares. And it's the same on Twitter as well. So you can reply, so you can comment, you can retweet, which is your share, and you can like things as well. So you press the heart button for that one. So this just gives you a bit of an overview of that. But with all of this, again, if you it's good to identify what the actual KPIs are that you're looking to measure for your goals. But the way of managing your social media content overall and making sure that you're sending things out at the right time or at the most popular time for your audience is by using a social media management tool. So I'm just going to cover just a couple of these very quickly because obviously we're short on time today. So the first one that most people have usually heard of is Hootsuite. What you can do with this is you can download Hootlet, which is a Chrome installation app, and you download that on your browser, and it will basically enable you to highlight text and add it to your Hootsuite scheduler, if you like, and then it gives you the options of either auto scheduling or posting later, so that would bring up a calendar so that you can choose a specific time that you want to share, or you can share it straight away. But even if you're sharing straight away, if you do all of your posts through Hootsuite, then you can use the reporting facility that's available in Hootsuite. So all of these social media management tools are free to a point. Okay, so you only need to start paying for Hootsuite if you're wanting to add 10 social media profiles and have one user login, but that you're wanting to have real-time analytics, do bulk scheduling, run competitions, social sweepstakes, and also you can subscribe to unlimited blogs, which allows you to have lots of content that's at your fingertips that you can share. So you can see that's usually for a small business, the free package does give you enough scope anyway. It's only if you're wanting to bulk schedule and that you're sending out a lot of content that you would even need to pay for Hootsuite. And the maximum, for the professional version, you're only looking at £192 per year in there. Another tool that I find really, really easy to use, and it's nice to use on your phone. So the app's really accessible to use, and also the Chrome installation option is nice and easy to use. Again, you can highlight text on the page that you want to share, and that would automatically pop it up so that you can preview what it looks like straight away. And the benefit to using Buffer app is once you've decided what your content schedule is and the timetable for sending out, for example, if you're a B2B business, you might want to pre-schedule a tweet a day or something like that, Monday to Friday. With LinkedIn, you might want to post 3 times a week or something like that, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you could preset that schedule, say what time you want your things to go out, and then you just fill that up with content, and then you can shuffle it around afterwards. So these are really handy tools to make sure that we're always being present in front of our customers, but also managing our staff's time as well, so that we're not having to be on social media all the time. Okay. So again, Buffer app is free up to a point. So for individuals, you can have all of the social networks that are demonstrated there. So Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, and Instagram. If you wanted to pre-schedule posts on Pinterest, then you'd need to upgrade to the Awesome plan. But you get up to 10 pre-scheduled posts per social network. Okay, and you can have up to 3 different networks that you connect as well with the Buffer app. So that's really good to use. If you're wanting to do any advanced reporting and things like that, then you need to upgrade to the Awesome plan. So that's just a little bit more detail on the Awesome plan. So slightly cheaper than Hootsuite, but it's a more basic package, if you like. So it doesn't let you sort of search for keywords and create streams and things like that, and manage your interactions and so on. So once you've been scheduling your social media posts, you need to like we do with anything that we're measuring progress for, is at the end of the month, review what happened, what our progress was for that month. So at the end of the month, have a look and see if we've met our KPIs or key performance indicators. So if we've got enough, if we've reached a wide enough audience, or we've increased the audience that we're reaching, we've increased our engagement, or if we've increased the number of clicks. So if you're looking at Facebook, Facebook has got built-in insights. It's a really detailed, insightful measurement tool, because with Facebook, when you create your profile, there's so much information that they ask from you. So it's really effective when it comes to giving you feedback on who your target market are. And basically you would go into insights and look at people. And under people, it would tell you the age range and the gender and their location and things like that. But in terms of actions on the page, so if there's click-throughs and that kind of thing, you can have a look at that. And you can see the red arrows or the green arrows as to whether that's improved for the past month or whether it's decreased in areas that need more focus. And inevitably, if you focus on one area, then it will decrease in another area. So if you're looking to increase engagement, then sometimes your actions will drop off and that kind of thing. So reach is the audience that you're, the potential audience that your posts are reaching. Post engagement is how many people are liking, commenting and sharing on your posts. And the benefit of that is that when people like, comment and share on your posts, then it's not just those people you're reaching, you're reaching a wider audience. Okay. With Twitter, again, you get free analytics on your Twitter account. So if you go into the top right-hand corner and look at Twitter analytics in the drop-down where your profile is, this will give you a 28-day summary. So it's just scheduling into your calendar and remembering to review this each month. And again, it will show you how many tweets have been sent. And obviously, usually the more tweets you send, the more impressions you get, the more profile visits. So that's how many people have actually viewed your profile page. How many mentions, so how many people are talking about you or replying to your comments, and how many followers you've got. So you can, it will give you measure for how many new followers you've got each month as well. The Twitter analytics are really nice. It will show you your Twitter highlights and things like that. And it will also give you a breakdown per tweet so that you can see how much engagement you've had with a particular tweet. And then often with companies, we would identify the top 3 posts on whichever their priority social media channel is, and then we would rework that into the next month. So again, you can see there, with one tweet here, this is an example from Wyre Forest District Council, and Ian Miller here. His top tweet: Kidderminster businesses steaming ahead where Flying Scotsman meets tornado from the 21st well, it says 21st to the 6th September, but I think 21st to the 26th of September, that's right. And then a link and a Twitter and a picture of the Flying Scotsman. So what will have raised the awareness of that tweet is that it's using all the relevant hashtags. There's a nice picture on there that's relevant, and there's also a link to further information there. And you can see that's received 6 retweets and 11 likes, and then you can view the Twitter activity and drill down into what made that work. And likewise, the top mention, so the one that got most engagement, was the one by Ian Miller here, and he was talking about the result of Kidderminster Town Council, an election that was held at Wyre Forest DC, and you can see how many impressions, so how many people potentially saw that, and so on. Okay, so the next one is LinkedIn posts. So LinkedIn recently has increase the emphasis of engagement on your with the platform. So to encourage people to use LinkedIn more and use it more proactively, they've made activity prevalent on your profile. So if you don't use LinkedIn, you're missing a part on your LinkedIn profile, basically. That will drop off. So if you don't update your activity or you don't interact with LinkedIn, that would disappear after 30 days. For those people that are using it on a regular basis, you're increasing the likelihood of people finding your profile or finding your company and what it is that you do. And when you post things, what you get now is statistics on that per post. So an example that we've got here, I just shared a cartoon about Generation Z not being, how do we target Generation Z? And basically, well, the only thing that we know about them is that they hate brands trying to sell them stuff and get them to buy stuff. So I'm trying to appeal, obviously, to marketing professionals and marketing managers and that kind of thing. So what it gives you then is it will show you people and companies that viewed that post and the types of job title that they've got. And then you can then follow that up, so complete the cycle by, if these aren't people that you know, so if they're second degree connections, you can then search for those people and connect with them on LinkedIn. So it's not just, measuring, it's not vanity measurement, if you like, of how many clicks or how many likes or how big the audience is. It's actually having the process so that you know what to do with those leads once you've found them. Likewise, there are articles as well that you can post on LinkedIn as well, and that helps raise your profile. So it's just about finding the right articles or the right content to talk about that resonates with your audience. And again, you get that can very quickly increase your brand awareness. And that's about it, really. I think that brings us up to 1 o'clock. So it's just whether anyone has any questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Helen. Let's have a look, see if you've got any questions. You've got one, and it's come through from Kate, and she asks, what would you suggest are the best times to post for Twitter and LinkedIn?
Okay. Well, it depends what kind of business you are. I'm guessing if you're posting on Twitter and LinkedIn that you're selling business to business, so you're selling to other businesses. If that's the case, with LinkedIn regardless, the most popular times are Monday to Friday, but it's also, it runs sort of when people get into the office, they check their LinkedIn, or even first thing in the morning before they get, on their commute to work, at lunch times and when they're leaving. So you're looking at between 8 and 9 in the morning, 12 and 1, and then 5 and 6 for LinkedIn. But actually the optimum days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for LinkedIn. And then with Twitter, and because this is used by businesses and consumers, it depends who you're appealing to. But for businesses, again, it's Monday through to Friday, and then it's more popular on the weekends if you're selling to consumers.
Okay, thank you very much. Another question's come through from Laura, and she asks, what's more important, reach or engagement?
Again, it depends what you're trying to achieve. But if you're trying to reach a wider audience, the reach is the total number of people that you reach in terms of once you've engaged with businesses, it's the total audience that you're reaching. So it's by increasing your engagement, that enables you to reach a wider audience, if you see what I mean. So the best way to reach a wider audience is to increase the engagement. So asking more questions, responding to people, talking about the right content, and so on.
Great, thank you very much. Another question's from Steve. What's the best way to increase my social media engagement?
Again, it would be looking at what worked well, so you could measure posts that had the top engagement for you. So if you were looking at Facebook, you can look at the most engaged posts for you and how many people that reached, and then you'd look to basically emulate the same sort of content. So with marketing, you're always you start from scratch. You post what you think people want to know about, then you review it, and then you refine that until you know that you're getting good measurement on either your reach, your clicks, or your shares, likes, comments, and shares. Okay.
Thank you very much. I think those are all your questions at the moment. Thanks, Helen, for hosting today's webinar. I will be sending out a copy of this presentation and Helen's contact details out to you shortly, so please do email her direct if you have any further questions.
Thank you very much.
Just quickly then, before we close, this webinar is part of our service to our Smart Room members. If you're not already a member or a BizSmart client and would like to access our archive of webinars, then please visit our website, biz-smart.co.uk, and go to the Smart Room page. That's the end of today's webinar. Thank you all for listening, and we hope you can join us again very soon. Thank you. There we go, all done. Brilliant.